Right now, local travelers are feeling a violation of their privacy after they say their airport luggage was rifled through and things were taken.
Plus, the city of Madison has introduced a new loan program to help rental property owners make upgrades and improvements for their units.
And a new cancer diagnosis for King Charles III, what Buckingham Palace is saying about his latest health scare. It's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Well, imagine this. You get home from vacation, start to put your luggage away, only to realize someone has gone through it and things are missing. That's what a pair of travelers from Madison say they experienced.
Many of us may avoid checking bags because of how much it costs, but Armand Rahman spoke to the couple who now say you should avoid it because it's not secure. Armand?
Yeah, we can all imagine getting a knot in our stomach when we notice something's wrong with our bags on that conveyor belt after a late night flight. But for this couple, it only got worse.
It's violating. You know?
That's not how Blake Hovanek and Hollis Masson thought that they'd feel after their vacation in New Jersey. But when they went to get their bag,
I noticed the outer pouch was open, and then we pulled the luggage off of the conveyor belt, and that's when I said, hey, where is the Switch?
It wasn't just a Nintendo Switch.
And we opened up the bag, and that's when we noticed that everything had been rifled through.
Books that were underneath all of their clothes were gone, and from the pockets, jewelry from Blake's family.
Yeah, my uncle who passed before I was born. It may cost you next to nothing to have received it, but what it means to you is very personal. And yeah, and just, I don't get that anymore. It's just gone.
They were robbed of memories and privacy.
A pair of my underwear is gone. It was a pair of used underwear that is gone. That's something that I'm trying really hard not to dwell on because that doesn't need to be keeping me awake any more nights than it already has.
Immediately, they called the Dane County Airport but couldn't get a hold of anyone. Then called the New Jersey Port Authority, who told them to call United Airlines. That's when they saw the luggage tag wasn't even theirs but switched with someone else who reported their bag lost. They say other passengers on that same flight were in line in Madison with the same problem.
At least 3 people's bags had been either directly stolen or stolen from. And that's a lot.
United said they'll look into it and maybe reimburse them. But as they told Hollis, their policy states they're not liable for high value or fragile lost items in checked luggage.
Why would I check a bag and pay you money to look after my stuff, and then you tell me, oh, but actually we don't have to watch it. Yeah. We don't have to take care of it for you.
While they keep fighting to get some answers, they warn other travelers, avoid checking your bags at all.
You can't trust anyone. You have to keep it secure yourself. Mm-hmm. It's the only way to fly safe these days, apparently.
Hollis and Blake said they didn't find a notice of baggage inspection inside, which a TSA spokesperson tells me would be there if an officer searched it, which they say is rare. They say the couple could file a claim if they thought things were lost during screening. A spokesperson from United told me they received this report and are investigating.
A cash bond has been set at $10,000 for a man charged in a deadly hit-and-run on the Beltline. 59-year-old Jules Tugno-Taman made his first court appearance today after turning himself in on Friday night. Authorities say he drove into 23-year-old Jaitasia Graham on January 26 near the Fish Hatchery Road exit, killing her. He'll have to surrender his passport and not drive any motor-operated vehicles if he posts bond, but he remains in jail tonight.
Brand new at 10, the city of Madison wants to ease some of the burden on rental property owners. It has introduced a program to help them pay for repairs and improvements at their properties. The rental rehab program allows property owners who charge no more than fair market rents to be eligible for that funding. Smaller apartment buildings with only a few units are eligible for $75,000. Larger apartments with more units could see up to $200,000. This money will then go back into the property for improvements, security upgrades, efficiency repairs, and more.
You assume that, a property owner who might be, charging lower rent might not have the cash flow to reinvest into those improvements. So that's why we are making sure that this loan product is available.
For more information on the program, visit cityofmadison.com/home loans.
Well, some of us had sunshine and mild weather. For others, it was cloudy and not so mild. Even so, warmer temperatures later this week could be flirting with records. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has the details in the First Warn forecast.
Charlotte, you'll be able to see exactly what I mean about some of us having sunshine and some of us having clouds. We were kind of right in the middle. Let's take a look at the time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam. Clear skies this morning, and then here come the clouds in from the east, and then boom, fog for a few minutes, and then the fog kind of thinned out. The clouds went back to the east, and we had sunshine on the west side of town. Take a look at the time lapse from the Edgewater sky cam in downtown Madison. Sunshine to start out with, and then almost zero visibility for a while in fog. The fog thinned out. The clouds went back to the east, and we were back to sunshine. So the farther east you were, the better the chances that you had just mainly cloud cover. Now we're starting to see some fog develop, especially up toward the Fox Valley. Visibility down to a quarter of a mile in Fond du Lac. A dense fog advisory has been issued until 11 a.m. for Dodge County and areas to the east. High temperatures today, underneath the cloud cover, 30s east of Madison. To the west, 54 in Boscobel. 20-degree difference between Madison. Right now, temperatures are in the middle to upper 20s. These temperatures will hold nearly steady. Madison right now 27 in Middleton, 25 degrees right now in McFarland. Look for areas of fog to develop overnight. Temperature is nearly steady in the upper 20s, but later on I'll take a look at a forecast that includes some possible record high and record warm low temperatures as we head into later this week.
All right, Gary, thanks. New tonight, if you have a passion for the outdoors, the DNR has the perfect volunteer opportunity for you. Summer may be months away, but it is looking for campground hosts at DNR properties across the state. Now, as a host, you're responsible for a number of things, including staying at the campsite, greeting campers, cleaning campsites, and helping with daily operations. We've included a volunteer sign-up link online under this story at channel3000.com.
A very happy birthday tonight to the University of Wisconsin-Madison. 175 years ago today, it held its very first class in a small brick building near the state capitol. In honor of its birthday, the university community celebrated with cake and ice cream tonight at the Memorial Union. College back then looked a little different than it does today. In 1849, students learned arithmetic, grammar, geography, and Latin for $20 per year. Well, statewide, schools are struggling to make ends meet.
And they're using the upcoming elections as an opportunity to turn to taxpayers to get some help. And one of those districts is in Evansville, which is facing a budget deficit of more than $2 million. If its operational referendum doesn't pass in April, the district will have to cut employee positions, increase the number of students per teacher, and cut curriculum funding investments. So do your kids get to class riding the school bus? Well, it turns out the iconic yellow bus may be on its way out. The Washington Post reporting for the first time in history, most U.S. students travel to school in a private vehicle, replacing the bus with the pickup line. 53% of students in this country were either driven or drove themselves to school in a private vehicle in 2022. That's according to the Federal Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
New at 10, could American Girl dolls soon be getting the boot from Mattel? Some of its investors sure hope so. Representatives of the Barrington Capital Group wrote to Mattel's CEO saying American Girl revenue fell 61% between 2016 and September of last year. It is asking the company to consider selling American Girl to boost share prices. American Girl's corporate offices are in Middleton. Mattel has owned the brand since 1998 after purchasing it in 1998 from creator Pleasant Rowland. Well, the city of Madison says the library's X account was hacked last week and staff members are locked out. In a post made to the site formerly known as Twitter, the city says the account was hacked last Sunday. As staff try to gain access back, the city says you should unfollow the account and check back later to see when it's back under the city's control.
There's been no verdict so far in the trial against the mother of a Michigan school shooter. Jury deliberations will continue tomorrow. Jennifer Crumbley, the mother of mass school shooter Ethan Crumbley, is facing 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. He killed 4 people at Michigan's Oxford High School in 2021. Prosecutors argue Jennifer Crumbley is responsible for the deaths because she was, quote, grossly negligent in giving a gun to her son, who was 15 at the time. Deliberations will begin again tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Also happening tomorrow, lawmakers in the House will vote on its impeachment resolution against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. Republicans on the committee say Mayorkas has committed high crimes and misdemeanors for his handling of the southern border. Democrats on the committee argued the evidence does not reach that high bar. If the full House passes the articles, Mayorkas would become the first cabinet secretary to be impeached in nearly 150 years. The South Carolina Republican primary is less than 3 weeks away. Nikki Haley is looking to drum up more support in her home state.
She's long avoided talking about former President Trump head on, but in recent weeks, she has turned up the heat.
He's made it chaotic. He's made it self-absorbed. He's made people dislike and judge each other.
And while Haley faces calls to drop out of the race, Trump faces an array of legal issues. Recent polls have shown that Trump still holds a commanding lead, even in her home state of South Carolina. Buckingham Palace has announced King Charles III has been diagnosed with cancer. He'll step back from public-facing duties while undergoing treatment. A royal source says it is not prostate cancer, but did not elaborate further on the diagnosis. The news comes after the 75-year-old monarch underwent a procedure for an enlarged prostate last month. Still ahead at 10, a state of emergency in parts of California as another storm slams the state.
Coming up, a look at flooding as an atmospheric river brings major damage and emergency rescues with it.
People are switching to Spectrum Internet. Let's see why.
We count on Spectrum Internet and the advanced Wi-Fi to always keep us connected and protected.
It's so reliable and fast.
Get Spectrum Internet with 99.9% reliability for $49.99 a month with free advanced Wi-Fi, free modem, and free security suite for 12 months with no added taxes or fees and no contracts. Save even more with our new 2-year price guarantee when you level up to 1 gig. Call 1-833-548-4999 or scan to call.
Ever since we switched to Spectrum Internet, our daughter's curiosity has a new spark.
Now we're saving a ton.
Since Spectrum Internet is fast and reliable, we don't worry about interruptions.
Amazing.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month with free advanced Wi-Fi. Save even more with our new 2-year price guarantee when you level up to 1 gig. Call 1-833-548-4999.
Call now.
Score huge savings on Menards' great selection of ceiling fans. Menards carries a huge variety of ceiling fans that add elegance to any room. Find your style with this Patriot Lighting Abner LED ceiling fan. It's just $84.99. Ceiling fans also help save on energy costs year-round. Hunter fans create the perfect look for your spaces. Right now, this Hunter Quiet Breeze LED ceiling fan is just $89.99 at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Get a great deal and do a great deal of good when you shop at Habitat Restore. From furniture and decor to appliances and building materials, we've got everything you need for your next project. Shop our convenient East and West locations today.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. Get started on your next Ford SUV, like an adventure-ready Bronco or Bronco Sport. Escape to take on the everyday. Or Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. Get here to your Ford dealer. It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. During Auto Show, choose FlexBuy on Explorer or Bronco Sport with 1.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash.
Everybody get up.
It's the 250th episode of The Jennifer Hudson Show. Come celebrate with culinary queen Chrissy Teigen.
That sounds good to me.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
A family in Beloit is without their home after it caught fire overnight, leaving an estimated $40,000 in damage. Firefighters were called to this home at 1:10 a.m. on Vernon Avenue. That's just a few blocks north of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. Fortunately, everyone living inside got out safely by the time crews arrived. It's unclear how it started. The Red Cross now helping the displaced family find some shelter. We're back in a stretch of warmer temperatures this winter, with temperatures potentially reaching 50 degrees later this week.
While the warmer weather may feel nice, it can be troublesome for our plants. Moisture between the rain and recent melted snow has been good for the soil over the last few months, giving them a good foundation to grow from. But these recent temperatures could cause some early budding for plants. Experts hope temperatures remain mild. A drop back below freezing can be bad for our leafy friends. Well, drone video from Chile shows the widespread destruction caused by wildfires, leaving 122 people dead and hundreds of others injured. The fires appeared to shrink in size this morning after intense burning over the weekend, fueled by winds and a heat wave pushing temperatures above 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Hundreds of people who left their homes were able to return to see what was left. Many have said They want to sleep near their homes in order to prevent any looting.
Runaway restaurant, or in this case, a float-away restaurant, a river cafe. This was New Richmond, Ohio, breaking loose from its moorings, drifting more than a half-mile down the Ohio River. It happened when the owners were disconnecting a dock when something clearly went wrong. Fire and rescue teams secured the floating patio using heavy-duty wire. It took them nearly an hour and a half. The section is now next to the riverbank, tied down in 4 different places. California has been slammed by torrential rain and strong winds all day as an atmospheric river hits the region. This video shows what people in LA County faced earlier this morning. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass said the rainfall has been an historic event.
Yesterday marked the 10th wettest day in the history of the city since recording rain amounts in 1877. 10th wettest day in the history of the city.
And plenty more rain is expected in the next few days, extending the threat of further flood damage.
Ivan Rodriguez is in Southern California with a closer look at the flooding's impacts.
Millions of people across Southern California remain under a high risk of excessive rainfall. Early Monday morning, crews were busy rescuing people across the state trapped by flooded waters. Nicholas Pasculi, spokesperson for Monterey County, says even though they have high capacity in their reservoirs, they'll be keeping an eye on water levels.
The biggest thing we're concerned about is watching the river levels, of course, because oftentimes the rivers don't reflect the amount of water that's come down until the water comes off the mountains and the watershed.
Parts of Los Angeles, where the heaviest rain is located, are forecast to receive close to half a year's worth of rain by Tuesday. By the end of the storm, parts of Southern California could see between 4 to 8 inches of rain, with higher elevations seeing 8 to 16 inches, and a considerable amount of snow in mountains and foothills. Officials warning for the potential for life-threatening flash flooding and landslides in central and southern parts of the state. Some people who were preparing for this storm felt there was only so much they could do.
We can be prepared as we want, or like the county could do whatever they want, but like Mother Nature takes its course.
The storm is expected to pound Southern California through Monday night.
We could use a break from Mother Nature, that's for sure.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Well, back here in Wisconsin, we will indirectly benefit from the West Coast storms as mild air heads our way. Gary's back with the forecast.
Yeah, sometimes, you get big storms along the West Coast. The moisture gets wrung out over the mountains, and we're left with the mild weather and some pretty nice days. Let's take a look at a couple of weather pictures that we had sent in, viewer photos. A couple of pretty sunset pictures tonight. This one from Highland. Michelle Millard sent this one, and another pretty one. This is from Richland Center. Sandy Maxwell sent this picture with the windmill in the foreground. Send us your weather pictures right through the First Warn Weather and Traffic app, or you can email them to us at WISC-TV, or First Warn at WISC-TV.com. 3 things you need to know. Kind of hard to take some pictures tonight. There'll be some fog, especially overnight into tomorrow morning, but record high temperatures or record warm low temperatures, a possibility from Wednesday through Friday, and then a chance for some showers from Thursday through Friday Friday morning. Visibility is starting to drop, especially from Green Bay into the Fox Valley. That fog is spreading southeastward, and already dense fog advisories have been issued for parts of southeastern Wisconsin. But notice these mild high temperatures today. 30s east of Madison, where there was cloud cover, where there was sunshine. Temperatures were in the 40s and 50s over the western parts of our viewing area. But you can see the entire Midwest, 50s, even some 60s showing up. And this is the beginning part of February. And the snow, well, that continues to go away too. And as this snow cover shrinks, even when we get northerly winds, they come off of bare ground, and they're not nearly as cold as they'd be otherwise. So the high temperature trend, average high temperature goes from 28 to 31. We're going to be in the 40s up to the mid-50s. We're talking temperatures that are about 25 degrees above average. And then, while they drop back a little bit next week, they're still above normal through the end of the week. You can see that atmospheric river. Notice the jet stream just coming right in off the Pacific Ocean and just pounding California with heavy rains along the coast and then mountain snows. But as that moisture travels over the Rockies, it's kind of like a dividing line here. We have the mild west to southwesterly winds, but all the moisture stays out to the west, so we stay high and dry for the time being. And as we check out the Midwest right now, some clouds here. High pressure is located over us. That's also a good setup for fog because we have winds pretty light. So that little bit of a northeasterly trend in the winds just kind of brings the fog from the Fox Valley back down across the rest of southern Wisconsin. Temperatures right now, 20s to lower 30s. These temperatures will probably stay nearly steady overnight. So dense fog advisory until 10 a.m. for Dodge County as well as the Fox Valley over toward Green Bay and up into Door County. Otherwise, you can see future track visibilities. By early tomorrow morning, they're down to around a half mile, especially from Madison to the east, whereas the western parts of the area not seeing nearly as much fog. And then by noontime, most of the fog is starting to thin out, and we're getting back to some sunshine. Planning your day, temperatures start out in the upper 20s early on Tuesday morning. By 9 a.m., they're still in the upper 20s where there's fog and clouds. But notice once the sun comes out, temperatures jump into the middle 30s. We're looking for high temperatures to top out in the middle 40s. Few places out west, again, around 50 degrees. Overnight, low of 28 with that patchy fog, but temperatures holding nearly steady overnight. And then tomorrow, Madison, early morning fog, then variably cloudy skies with a high of 46. Plan your day across Dane County, 42 for the high in Brooklyn, 46 in Windsor, 46 for the high in Cross Plains. Rest of southern Wisconsin, 50 in La Crosse, 45 in Platteville, 43 for the high temperature in Janesville. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast. These high temperatures and the low temperatures could be very close to records for record warm lows and record high temperatures during the afternoon. Temperatures drop off a little bit as we head into next week. They're still above normal. Be some rain chances Thursday into Friday afternoon, and then just a couple of chances for flurries next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. Sin City has turned into Super Bowl Central ahead of Sunday's big game. Las Vegas playing host to Super Bowl 58, so of course you can expect some Vegas spectacle ahead of Sunday. The Strip shining brightly with Super Bowl displays. Caesars Palace, it's essentially on the 50-yard line, if you will, of the Central Strip. It's kicked off Super Bowl week with a dazzling 65-square-foot projection on the side of the building. A reminder, CBS is carrying the game. You can watch it right here on Sunday night at 5:30, then stick around for a special edition of News 3 Now at 10.
2 weeks ago, Doc Rivers was doing what I am right now, talking about sports on TV. But unlike me, yesterday he was named the Eastern Conference's coach for the All-Star Game. How did that happen? I'll break it down next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Join Planet Fitness during the Big Fitness Energy Sale and save big. Get equipment for every workout and free fitness training, all in the judgment-free zone. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, February 16th.
People are switching to Spectrum Internet.
We count on Spectrum Internet and the advanced Wi-Fi to always keep us connected and protected.
It's so reliable and fast.
Ever since we switched to Spectrum Internet, our daughter's curiosity has a new spark.
Now we're saving a ton.
Amazing.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month with advanced Wi-Fi, free modem, and free security suite for 12 months with no added taxes or fees. Save even more with our new 2-year price guarantee when you level up to 1 gig. Call 1-833-977-4999 or scan to call.
Call now.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
When you have moderate to severe eczema, it's okay to show off. With Dupixent, show off your clearer skin and less itch, because you have plenty of reasons to show off your skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, you can stay ahead of your eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after first dose. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's big pet care sale is going on now, and that means huge savings on the food, treats, and supplies you need to help keep your pets happy and healthy. Right now, get a free $15 gift card when you buy select Hill's Science Diet dog or cat food. Save $5 on assorted Taste of the Wild dog food. Select Rachel Ray Nutrish dog food, also $5 off. Plus, 40-pound bags of black oil sunflower seed, just $17.99.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Join Planet Fitness during the Big Fitness Energy Sale and save big. Get equipment for every workout and free fitness training, all in the judgment-free zone. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, February 16th.
I think we're one of the best teams in the country. That was Greg Gard's message coming off of back-to-back brutal losses this week. And honestly, most metrics back that up. And if you look back at the schedule, it does too. After losing 2 straight at the beginning of the year, the Badgers went on to win 15 of their next 17. Gard says that it's tough losses like yesterday's that'll have the team ready when March Madness kicks off in 6 weeks.
Yeah, I think we're one of the best teams in the country. I mean, I think there's parity across college basketball. I think that's what you want, and you want to, play at a high level and compete with the best, with the goal that you want to be the best. It's not just about playing with them. You want to conquer them.
We got to sharpen it up, but we got a few things that we got to work on and tighten up, and that's what this is for. We want to be playing our best basketball in March.
What a ride it's been for Doc Rivers. 2 weeks ago, he was an ESPN analyst. Last week, he was hired as the Bucs head coach. And Saturday, he was named as the Eastern Conference's head coach for the All-Star game. But how did that even happen? Well, the coach is selected based off of the team's win percentage. The Celtics have the best record in the East, but their coach is ineligible because he was the All-Star coach last year. So by default, Doc, who's only won 1 game with the Bucs, is to represent the East. And honestly, he's just as confused as you are.
That is ridiculously bad. It really is. Well, Adrian's going to get some money, that's for sure, and a ring. It's one of these quirky things. I think there should be a rule somehow that someone else does it other than me. Maybe I'll send my staff, and I'll go on vacation.
Well, he is sending Malik Beasley to the All-Star game. We already knew Dame Lillard was going to be defending his crown in the three-point contest, but now his teammate Malik Beasley is too. Beasley has the 5th best three-point percentage in the NBA and has the chance to be the first Buck to win the three-point contest since Ray Allen in 2001. After collecting 3 points in Wisconsin's weekend sweep over 10th-ranked St. Cloud State, including a game-winning goal in overtime, CeCe Harvey was a shoo-in for the WCHA's Defender of the Week. It's the 2nd time this year that the sophomore has received the honor. Harvey's Badgers stayed put at 2 in the polls this week as Wisconsin enters their final road trip of the regular season against Bemidji State this weekend. And we are 65 days away from the men's Frozen Four in Minneapolis, and this week's USCHO poll has the Badgers in prime position for that. Boston dominates the top 3 in this poll, where you see Wisconsin sitting right there at 4. The Badgers are atop the Big Ten with 8 games left in the regular season. We'll be right back.
Hy-Vee hot deals are burning hot. Fresh ground beef, just $2.68 for a 1-pound roll. Buy 2, get 2 free on select Pepsi products. And avocados, 2 for just $1. Only at Hy-Vee.
The robotic money expert.
Clever. How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits.
Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward? Ingenious.
Sardine fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO.
We know people can be concerned with replacing their windows in the winter, but winter can actually be the perfect time to replace those old drafty windows. Nothing will keep you more comfortable in your home during the winter than new windows. And our certified master installers are highly trained experts that will install your new windows properly while reducing exposure to outside elements. Ask how your winter installation can save you money and make you more comfortable in your home.
This is me, and this was my stubborn body fat. My name's Adrian, and Sonobello changed my life.
Sonobello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
After having 2 kids, my body, it changed a lot. I tried everything to lose the fat, but nothing seemed to work.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, back, chin, and more.
I've seen such dramatic results. My tummy is gone, my double chin is gone, and my hourglass shape is back. This was the mommy makeover that I deserved.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-357-3263 or go to sonobello.com.
Hy-Vee hot deals are burning hot. Fresh ground beef, just $2.68 for a 1-pound roll. Buy 2, get 2 free on select Pepsi products. And avocados, 2 for just $1. Only at Hy-Vee.
Investigating substandard sober living homes, Thursday at 10.
Tonight. Have you ever seen this kind of infighting among the Republicans?
Not often enough.
Colbert's New with Senator Elizabeth Warren tonight on CBS.
Gary rejoins us now. Final check of the forecast.
Well, fog starting to form northeast of Madison. Right now in the city looking pretty good. Skies are partly cloudy, but you can see a dense fog advisory has been issued for Dodge County until 10 a.m. as well as up toward the Fox Valley, Green Bay, and Door County. Visibilities are dropping down to a quarter mile in Fond du Lac. That fog is spreading to the south and east. Temperatures right now mid-20s to around 30 degrees. I think these temperatures will hold nearly steady or even rise a degree overnight, especially in areas that fog does develop. Here in Madison, 25, 26 in Middleton, 25 right now in Stoughton. Otherwise, look for temperatures by morning to be around 28, but a high tomorrow 46 once the sun comes out.
All right, Carrie, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.